Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have, well, people are reacting to the story. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So as you guys know, Bam Adebayo scored 61 points last night. 83 points last night. And it was something like nobody expected this, right? Especially from this guy. Had it been Luka Doncic or Kevin Durant or, I don't know, one of the best scorers in the NBA, we would have been like, wow, this is incredible. But it came from a guy that's averaging 18 points per game this season, with a career average of 16 points, and he scored 83 points in the game. And if you hadn't watched the game, you'd be saying, man, this is incredible. But if you did, you would know, bro, this was fugaga. This was the most fugazi 80-point game I have ever seen, especially in that fourth quarter. So I knew a lot of people were going to be talking about it. And one of the shows I was eager to hear from was ESPN First Take. And it turns out we were lucky enough that today was Wednesday. So Chris Mad Dog Russo was going to be in the studio. And man, let me tell you something. It was fireworks. It first started off with Stephen A. Smith twerking it up all over the desk, trying to make it seem like it was something greater than it was. And then when he finished, Chris Mad Dog Russo absolutely shut him down. Like, yo, you should be embarrassed of yourself, like trying to make a big deal out of this. Take a listen to this exchange here.
Well, listen, I'm going to let Doggy go. I'm going to just say a few words and then let Doggy go because Lord knows he's going to be the spoiler alert coming up with him. But 83 points is 83 points. And Bam Adebayo is one of the best people that you could ever meet in professional sports. He's a really good guy. He's a three-time All-Star. He's a better than average player. He's a pretty damn good player. He's an All-Star caliber player. He's not that kind of scorer. I mean, before this, his career high was 41 points for crying out loud. So for him to drop 83 points last night, there's a lot of things that we could take into consideration that I would leave to Doggy before I come back and piggyback Doggy and correct him on the error of some of his ways. But in the end, what it comes down to, he hit 7 3-pointers. He ended up with 83 points, second all time to Wilt Chamberlain, surpassing Kobe's 81 points. And in the end, what it comes down to is that, hey, 83 points is 83 points. I'll bring up the Wizards part and all of that other stuff a little bit later. But, Doggy, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Steve, if you want to bow down to this, go bow down. I'm not bowing down. He took 43 shots. When David Thompson in 1978 scored 73, he was 28 of 38 from the field. When Doncic did it a few years ago, he was 25 of 38. Even Kobe only took 46 shots. He made 28 of them. He took 43 shots, under 50%, which there's 9 guys. Wilt did it 5 times. There's 9 guys over 70. He's by far the worst shooting percentage. 22 threes. 22 threes in the game? He's a 7-footer. I know everybody shoots threes. 22. But here's the worst thing. Well, first off, and what Spoelstra did with the shenanigans of the game is a complete disgrace. And there's always some example of that. Wilt had some shenanigans with him in 62. I understand there's always a little fooling around with the game, but the Heat fouling the Wizards right away to stop the clock. I mean, really? When you're up by 40? And the third thing is, he took 43 free throws in the game. 43 free throws. You know the career high of Kobe and Jordan in the free throws are 27. So let me get this straight. Bam shot 16 more free throws in a game that Jordan ever did, that Kobe ever did. I mean, that's ridiculous. He took 36 of 43. Wilt was 28 of 32 when he had the 100 in 1962. 28 of 32, and he took 14 more free throws than Wilt. I mean, calm down. Listen, 83 points, go ahead. Put the sign up, enjoy it, bow down, have fun. Social media, knock him dead. You want to call me a guy who's going to be a dark cloud? Go ahead. I don't care. Old man screaming on my lawn? I'm not interested. But when you shoot 43 times and shoot less than 50%, when you shoot 43 free throws and you go 7 for 22 from 3 against a horrendous team, and you're in the game in the last 5 minutes, and Spoelstra's fouling the Wizards to get more possession so he can score 83 points, that's not the way it should be. And I'll tell you right now, he'd never admit it. I bet you Pat Riley feels the same way. That's what I would say.
Let me say this to you, Doggy. Shockingly, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with your tone and who you're directing this ire at. It's not Bam Adebayo's fault. The brother had 31 points in the first quarter. He had 43 at halftime. He had 62 through three quarters, and he had 70 points with 9 minutes left. It ain't his fault that the Washington Wizards are trash. It's not his fault that you literally had them being participants in this career night, because at some point in time they posed pretty much no resistance. Okay, then you're talking about cats fouling folks on purpose just to get more possessions, to give Bam Adebayo an opportunity at the record and stuff like that. Certainly they tainted it. It's not his fault.
So you heard what these guys had to say. I think Chris is right on the money. If this was a natural 83, people would be giving Bam his props. If it was like in the flow of the game and it was a close game and you could see that they needed it, then that would have been the different thing. When Kobe scored his 81, it was in the flow of the game, and the Lakers at one point were trailing by 14 in that game. So the 81 that Kobe scored, his team needed it. They won the game, I believe, by like 15 points, 102 to 105, or some number like that, right? And they still took him out a little bit early. In the case of Bam, they were up like 20 plus points with 3 minutes to go. Bam is still in the game. The Miami Heat are still fouling. The Washington Wizards, who it seems like they're not even an NBA team because they don't even know how to double team properly or trap a guy. They foul him at every turn, and the refs, it was a free-for-all. I have never seen anything like that. So if you do something the right way, you're going to get the proper props for it, respect for it. But when you try to game the system and cheat the system, this is what ends up happening. People don't truly respect it. It was fugazi. It was impressive, I think, all the way up to he scored maybe 68, 70. It was impressive then. But then when it looked like, okay, he's really trying to go for the record here and just basically chucking shots, and they were doing everything. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, if you watch the Lakers game, they weren't going out of their way to make sure Kobe was just catching, shooting, making it. He wasn't forcing it. He was just on a flamethrower that game. And he was hitting damn near every shot he took in a very efficient way. By the way, he did it with more efficiency. And the people that are over there rubbing their titties and pouring honey all over each other's necks, talking about, man, this is a great, bro. The game was 150 points to 129. Yeah, 129 points. The Lakers, the game was 122. What are we talking about? Kobe scored 81 of 122. Bam scored 83 of 150. So his team had an additional 50 points to Kobe's team. 50. No, what am I saying? Yeah, 50 more points were scored in this game. Why? Because the average score back then was 97. Today is what? 115. Teams are scoring damn near 20 more points per game. And you want me to sit up here and twerk it up and be like, yeah, man, you hating. Nah, y'all need to put on them parachutes and like, enough is enough with jumping out the window. Enough of y'all done jumped and landed on your faces, bro. And this is not hate, but come on, it wasn't all like, it was good. And then after a while, it just started to look disgusting. It just started to look disgusting to me. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch y'all on the next show. I'm out. Peace.